Hello, welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Headline today. Cần Thơ City Military Headquarters gave 5 tons of liquid oxygen to Ô Môn General Hospital to contribute to the treatment of COVID-19 patients. The delegation of the Naval Region 5 High Command, the Southern Provinces and Cities, visiting officers and soldiers on duty at Hòn Đốc Island, Tiên Hải Cư Môn, Hà Tiên City, Kiên Giang Province. The awarding of 200 gifts for policy households, poor households near poor households affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Top news. On the morning of January 15, Colonel Jim Thống Nhất, commander of the city military headquarters, gave 5 tons of liquid oxygen to Ô Môn General Hospital to contribute to the treatment of COVID-19 patients. At the reception ceremony, representatives of the directorate of the hospital thanked the city military headquarters, Hòa Hảo Medical General Hospital, and Biển Đông Seafood Company for supporting in the treatment of all patients. Oxygen support activities for hospitals are coordinated by the city military headquarters with other units to contribute to the city to share with the health sector in examination and treatment to meet the requirements of epidemic prevention control. Also on January 15, the delegation of the Naval Region 5 High Command, the Southern Provinces and Cities, visiting officers and soldiers on duty at Hòn Đốc Island, Tiên Hải Cư Môn, Hà Tiên City, Kiên Giang Province. The delegation visited officers and soldiers on duty at Radio Station 625. The unit worked closely with the forces here to firmly grasp the situation, contributing to good management and solid protection of the southwest coast of Vietnam. Last year, the unit had done well job of mass mobilization, giving gratitude and implementing the model of each unit associated with the love address, thereby donating over 200 kilograms of rice to one disadvantaged family, giving gifts to good students in the plot, participating in environmental sanitation activities launched by the local organizations, and so on. On behalf of the delegation, Mr. Lê Văn Thành, Chairman of the Inspection Committee of the City Party Committee, was excited with the results achieved by the unit last year, trusting the unit and the forces to continue upholding the heroic tradition. On the occasion of the new year, he wished all officers and soldiers would have happiness and a successful new year. On January 14, Cần Thơ City Military Headquarters held a ceremony to see up soldiers who completed their military service and returned to their localities in 2022 more to follow. Speaking at the ceremony, Colonel Huỳnh Văn Phương, Deputy Commander, Chief of Staff of the City Military Headquarters, stressed protection the fatherland is a such and noble duty of all Vietnamese citizens. Following in father's footsteps over the past 2 years, the soldiers have successfully completed the task of studying, training, and be willing to fight, especially in performing well in the prevention and control of the COVID-19 pandemic. Colonel Huỳnh Văn Phương suggested that servicemen return to their localities to fully register for the reserve ranks and continue to raise their vigilance against on counterplots of hostile forces, be exemplary to implement movements in the localities. Moving on the other news, on the morning of January 15, at Thương Lợi Ward People's Committee, Ninh Kiều District, Cần Thơ City, Petro Vietnam Fertilizer and Chemicals Corporation coordinated with the Vietnam Freedom Front Committee of Ninh Kiều District, Hưng Lợi Ward, to organize the awarding of 200 gifts for policy households, poor households near poor households affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. With nearly 20,000 gifts for families with difficult circumstances, including poor households, near poor households, policy households, disadvantaged households, and households severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, orphan children due to the unfortunate death of their parents due to the COVID-19, each gift is 1 million dong, including essential necessities and cash used during the Lunar New Year to help people enjoy spring and welcome that. On the afternoon of January 14, the Center for Disease Control of Cần Thơ City held a conference to review the work of 2021, set out the orientations in 2022. Over the past time, Cần Thơ City health sector in general and the Center for Disease Control and Prevention in particular have experienced a difficult year in prevention of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the year 2021, Cần Thơ City logged 50,166 cases of COVID-19 infection. The campaign to vaccinate against COVID-19 quickly achieved high coverage. The coverage rate of one dose for subjects 18 years and older reached 98.18%. The second dose reached 96.33%. For subjects aged 12 to 17, the rate of injection first dose was 95.7% and injection second dose was 87%. Injected nearly 207,000 additional doses and repeated injections of nearly 94,000 doses. Mr. Phạm Phú Trường Giang, Deputy Director in charge of Department of Health, recognized the achievements that the Center for Disease Control of Cần Thơ City has achieved a lot in the past year. At the same time, he directed in the coming time, the unit shall continue to maintain the achieved results and successfully complete the assigned targets, actively prevent the COVID-19 pandemic in the area, promote vaccination in order to increase the rate of vaccine coverage in the community, as well as to localize and promptly handle COVID-19 cases to prevent the epidemic from spreading on a large scale. In the year 2021, the COVID-19 epidemic left direct impacts on every aspect of the national economy. However, by looking straight into challenges and with efforts exerted by the whole political system and people to implement the dual goals of both containing the epidemic and rebuilding the economy, there were many highlights seen in the national economy which generate motivation for the year 2022.
In the context of the complicated developments of the pandemic, Cần Thơ City still obtained and surpassed 11 out of 17 targets on social economy, in which the positive growth of the service section is one of the bright spots that proves the efficiency of the proactive response in the new normal. Also, the city attracted 6 more foreign direct investment projects, granted 1,250 new registration licenses for enterprises at a total capital of 16,000 billion Vietnam dong.
Along with generating conditions for the business community to operate more efficiently, the mobilization of investment sources to contribute to developing the local economy is also very crucial. Therefore, the city attaches importance to defining areas and sectors that are suitable with the strengths and advantages of the city to boost and develop the regional economy, to attract investment and limit the spreading growth and competition among regional localities.
The increase in import-export turnover was the typical highlight in Vietnam's economic picture in 2021, when Vietnam set aside most of its time for the epidemic control task. As of late, on December 15, 2021, the import-export turnover of the country stood at more than $633 billion, including more than $317 billion in export turnover and $315 billion in import turnover. The import-export turnover was expected to surpass $660 billion for the whole year, representing an increase of 21%, which puts Vietnam into the list of the top 20 economies in the international trade. Foreign investment capital attracted more than $29 billion. Besides, there is an optimistic recovery in the garment and fabrication sectors. Although some challenges hinder the process of economic recovery, namely the interruption of supply chains, the shortage of labor force, drawbacks in support policies for enterprises to resume operation after a long time of suspension, the device of incentives always generates driving force for the recovery of the economy.
There must be more sources to be exploited, such as public investment, via the form of the state ordering businesses and private investors. With these factors, There will be more investment flows channeled to the city. There will be more demands to be asked from the government, and there will be more jobs to generate for laborers in various economic sections.
Optimistic and interesting signals are opening up, although difficulties have not ended. With efforts made last year and more efforts to be made in the coming year, more active results will surely come. In the history of our nation and people over thousands of years, unity is seen more clearly when we face difficulties. This will be seen again in 2022 and even in the following years.
Comment next the weather forecast. That's all for Content News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Thanks so much for your attention. Please visit us on website kanthtv.vn. Bye for now.